The only big block available in square body trucks? Let's get into it. Hey, welcome to Square Body Stuff. I'm Chad, and this is going to be another Motor Monday. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give us a share, a like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Also, go down below in the description box and check out my Teespring store, where you can see all my merchandise. This is my little backdrop I've got set up here. I got shirts, hoodies, stickers, and a few other things, coffee mugs. So go check that out. Buy something if you like it. We'd appreciate it. All right, let's get into the engine, and we're going to talk about the only big block available in square body Chevys. Yep, we're talking about the 454 cubic inch, 7.4 liter Mark IV big block. Just a little brief history on the 454 in general. It debuted in 1970. Now, unlike the 427 396, it was an externally balanced rotating assembly. Now, the 454 shared the same bore as the 427 at 4.250, but it has a longer stroke crankshaft. It went from a 3.76 in the 427 to a 4.00 stroke in the 454. But that longer stroke is the reason why they had to go to externally balancing on the 454s. When they came out in 1970, were put into passenger cars. They didn't make their debut in the trucks until 1973. Although the 454 was no longer available after 76 in passenger cars, they were still available in light trucks and also medium-duty trucks all the way up to the year of 2000. And along the way, they made a few changes. In 87, they came out with the throttle body injected L19 version. Now in 91, the 454 went through some changes. They went to a one-piece rear main seal, and this would be considered the Gen 5 block, and they lasted till 96. Even though they were considered a Gen 5 block, they still retained the L19 RPO code, which would be your throttle body injection system. That would be your Gen 6, which was introduced 96 through 2000 model. That would be your multi-port fuel injection, also introduced hydraulic roller cam from the factory. And 2000 would be the last year they were available in a production vehicle. From 2000 on, they were replaced with the 8100 Vortec big block. That would be your Gen 7. Now let's go back to 1970 when they were introduced. Now these were the big dogs of the street. They had the LS5, LS6, and in some cases you get an LS7. That was producing reportedly around 465 horse, and later on the LS7 was offered as a crate engine based on a 500 horsepower rating. But of course, regulations were in place and they had to detune all these engines. So the LS4 was introduced in 1973 and lasted until 1976 in your passenger cars. They were rated at 225 to 275 horsepower. And as a matter of fact, I've got a 73 LS4 sitting on an engine stand that's waiting to be built. Now let's get into how they were used in the square body trucks. I do have quite a bit of information on that. Most of my information comes straight from GM Heritage. You can go to their website and look up a bunch of specifications on pretty much everything they've ever built. It's pretty neat. They got a lot of information there. But of course, in the trucks, there was never a high-performance version available. They were rated at around 230 to 240 horsepower through the lifespan in the square body trucks. Now, depending on the year of your truck, there are 5 different VIN codes to distinguish whether you had a 454 in your truck from the factory. From 73 through 75, it would be the Z code. Now from 76 through 79, there would be the S code. Also for 76 and 77, there would be the Y code, which would be the heavy duty version. Now the S, Y, and Z engine codes would be your LF8, 240 horse, 4-barrel 454. Now in 1980, they came out with the W code, LE8, 4-barrel 454, and it would last all the way till 1989. Now from 87 through 91, you would have the N code. That would be your throttle body injected 454. Although they had the throttle body injected version of the 454 in 87 through 91, from 87 through 89, you could still get the W code 4-barrel version. And now that we know what versions were available in the square body trucks, let's go over what platforms they were available in. From 73 through 1980, they were only available in 2-wheel drive versions, with 79 being the last year they were available in a half-ton. Now the only way in 79 you can get one in a half-ton 2-wheel drive would be if you ordered with the F44 Big 10 or Heavy half package. Now in 81 was the first year they were available in any type of a four-wheel drive platform. And that platform will be limited to the K30 or 1-ton four-wheel drive version. Now from 81 through 91, the availability remained pretty much the same. And during those years, they were only available in your 3/4 ton two-wheel drive pickups and Suburbans, and also your two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive 1-tons. Another interesting note with the 454 is they were never available in the Blazer. Now with that said, I have heard stories and some rumors that there have been a few 454 Blazers that came out from the factory. I do believe it to be true because back in the day, if you had the right dealer that knew the right connections, you could pretty much order whatever engine that was available through GM in any platform available. Now my personal experience with the 454 is I'm a big block guy. I really like them. I've got a 468, which would be a 454 that's been bored 60 over. In my 84 crew cab, I have several 454s laying around here. I have a Gen 5 crate 454 that's in my rock crawler. So generally I do subscribe to the adage of there's no replacement for displacement. Now with that said, if you're watching this channel and you've been around for a little while, you do know that I'm building a Stroker 334 right now, which would be based off a 305 block with the 375 stroke crank. But if you want more information about that, you'll just have to subscribe and keep watching and see what's going on with that. But now let's get back to the big blocks. Now if you're a gas mileage lover, you're probably not going to appreciate the big block. If you like horsepower, that's about the easiest way to get some horsepower. It's pretty easy to accidentally make over 400 horsepower with a 454. Now I can go on and on about the pluses and minuses of big blocks. Most of that is general knowledge to anybody that's into the car scene or truck scene, so I won't go into any more of that. I think that's pretty much all I've got that I want to share with you about any specifics of the 454. So until next time, y'all keep your square bodies rolling, and we'll catch you later.